what do you think, which influence spiritual and religious approach today can have for more peace and tolerance?
You know, every religious tradition has got three aspects. One is symbol, and then they have practices and the values. So if you focus more on the value, then we find all the religions have got the same values, like compassion, honesty, love, caring, prayer. So in this level, we can unite people, and on the another level, where there is diversity, the diversity one can celebrate instead of getting into conflict about the diversity. Because within each religion, there is so many diverse way of worship, way of approaching a particular subject. So the wisdom, I feel, is celebrating the diversity and recognizing the underlying unity. And spirituality is something that brings people together, because it unites you in the values, it unites you in the experiences, in the deep experience of yourself. And lack of spirituality, I feel, is the cause of violence in the world. See, either domestic violence or societal violence is caused because the aggression and anger in a person is not handled. And we don't know how to get rid of these negative feelings when they come over us. And spirituality will give us those methods and techniques and practices by which you can save your mind from aggression and violence on one hand. On the other hand, people get into depression and suicidal tendencies. This again I attribute to the lack of spiritual awareness. It's only the spirituality that can save people from depression and suicidal tendency on one hand, and aggression and violence and terrorism on the other hand. So every child must have that broad vision about life, It's good to take a little bit from every religion. Know a little bit about every religion makes you a broad-minded and global citizen. Today we live in a globalized world, and it's actually global village. And if you're not familiar with other cultures and religion in the world, you remain a fanatic. And then you cause problem for yourself and for others too. And that's exactly what terrorism has done to the world today. Because these people who are engaged in terrorism, they are not aware of the values and birth in other religious traditions. Mm-hmm. So I feel a multi-religious, multicultural education is a must for every child on the planet Earth.
So thank you. So do you also think that it's more and more important to bring various well-known personalities from different spiritual and religious traditions together to promote more peace and more tolerance in the world?
You see, in spirituality, anyway, all spiritual traditions have the same aim: to uplift the human spirit, to uplift human being, to connect him with the ultimate truth. They all work in their different styles, but it will be good to have a coordinated effect. Everybody together work towards bringing peace and harmony in the world. It's necessary, I think. When disaster like tsunami and earthquake happens, you'll find all the religious, spiritual traditions, everybody join hands and work together. And I feel that we don't need to wait for a disaster to happen in order to join hands, but as it is, everyone should work together. So we can better utilize our time and resources and reach far more than what one would do.
So to conclude our interview, what would be your special or your central message for all of us to bring more peace in our life?
Spirituality begins with peace. then it translates into joy and universal love. We should not make spirituality dry and boring, Otherwise the youngsters would move away from spirituality. We need to emphasize the peace brings joy, and joy is our nature, and love is what we are. And make life a celebration.